everybody. How are we doing today? Make sure everything is set up and working. It does appear to be the case. All right. Gasparcho, welcome to the stream. Or Gaspar Pacheco, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? All right. Well, continuing on with the trend from yesterday, chat, we are going to continue on the Multiverse Vistas prep, at least for the start of the stream. We had a couple of people who seemed at least somewhat interested in what was going on, so we're going to give it one more shot. So today we're going for the funk avenue. I am looking at Blade for this one, since we do have Blade coming out soon. I'm also taking the opportunity to get Jingliu and Jingyuan ready to go here. And I'm trying to remember when Jingyuan came out. That would have been T1.1? I don't think he was 1.1. He was phase 2 version 1.0. Okay. That's right. He came out at the same time as Sela. Right. Of course, we don't have a 1.0 trailer, so it's slightly more difficult. But we do have, what was it called? Flash? We have Flash. We have 1.3 was Jing Liu's release date. Da-da. 1.4, Jolted Awake from a Winter Dream. Okay. Now for funk songs like this one, the previous one, Oh Son Witness My Name, we were doing a lot of matching to the lyrics as best we could. For these, it's all about timing and beat. So, Jing Liu had a special thing as well, didn't she? Am I remembering that correctly? Nana, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Let's see here. Back into shoot. Jing Liu. No, she had more than just her trailer. Had Flash. That's it. Myriad Celestia trailer. Cloud Knights. That's the one I'm thinking of. All right. Myriad Celestia trailer. Cloud Knights. Martial Doctrine. I have a folder with everything that we would need for this. I don't believe Blade had a trailer other than... yeah, so Blade didn't have a trailer other than that. Jingyuan may have had a Myriad Celestia. And the anime short, History of the Xianzhou 7 Arbiter Generals. Okay. History of the Xianzhou. Goes to the 5 Dragons. That's probably going to be useful. And then if we're going to do Blade, of course, an Imbiber Lunae would need to be there. He came out in 1.5, which would have been, I can't remember the name of it, but I can remember the key art because Fu Xuan also came out at that time. No, he didn't come out in 1.5. Did he come out in 1.6? 1.3? 1.3. Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruins. Eve Store, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruins. All right, and if you're noticing that we have a second, you wouldn't be able to see that on, because I am blocking it. Hold on. We have a second audio track here, and that is because of this.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
I like to start things out with a little bit of vocal dialogue, something that not a ton of AMV creators do, but I'm trying to introduce into the norm. And I actually had something prepped for this already. For those who don't remember, Star Rail did a Gamescom trailer several years ago called Nightmare, which was based on the HSR, which was based on that one cutscene that Don Hung was doing, the Nightmare. And let's see here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this work.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
I like up to there. I need more genuine if I want. Or not genuine, but I need more bleed than that. Someone, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Ali, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Of 5
Blackout Ocelot, welcome to the stream. How are you doing
today? People. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Okay, I do like the ending on the nightmare that Don Hung is having. Naru, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Let's see here. That would let us have up to here. We keep that like this. Rolling. Doing well, Naru. Doing well. We are currently working on Multiverse Vistas videos. To those who don't know, Multiverse Vistas is the content creator competition that is held by Honkai Star Rail every year. I was a third place contestant and winner last year. And now we are going to try to bring it back. And maybe go a little higher this time. Voice, welcome to the stream. You're new in Genshin. Nice. I was actually a participant and winner in the first ever Genshin creator competition as well. Let's see here. See here. This time you'll be first to competition. Claim this positive energy. Indeed. Thank you for the positive energy. Greatly appreciate it. I thought it would be a fun idea to do some of the edits alongside chat this go around. Chat can give some recommendations if they choose. And, you know, let people have some fun with it. Plus, if you make them live, then perhaps people will be more interested in the voting. Roberto Ybarra, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Of 5 people.
We're doing a Blade edit for this one. Yesterday, we did a Finon edit. Many thanks, Nero. Many thanks. How are you enjoying Genshin Impact?
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Okay, I like that. Hold on. I can get like a digital glitch. Wildheart, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Transitions. I can get like a digital glitch. Maybe something like this. Let's see here.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Okay. There's some there. You take help from others since you don't know how to do quests and explore. Well, if you have any questions, I might be able to help. Let's see.
These words are carved into my every wound.
You scold and don't play much? By all means, feel free to ask away.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Alright, now I need the Blade trailer. It's also a... You want Linnea, but you're too lazy to play? Ah. Linnea is good. See what we can do here. Her story quest was very interesting as well. I won't say anything about the story quest so that you have the opportunity to grab it or do it yourself, but it is a very interesting story quest.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Alright. Also, let me know if it's too loud, chat. This is going to be a very transition-heavy, edit-heavy AMV. Mostly because it is this is a funk edit, so... Traditionally, editors will use these for about 30-second clips, 15 to 20-second clips, put on YouTube Shorts. We're going to be doing the entire 1 minute and 30-second song, so... Let's... Da-da-da-da.
Price. These words are carved into my every wound.
I think we can get one more. Then we go... One, two, three. You do a quick reload of the scene because my model's acting a bit weird. Da-da-da. There we go. Let's do the traditional zooms here. The reason this is not just a blade edit is because for a minute and a half, you'd think there'd be enough to actually do that, but there is, in fact, not. There is, in fact, no such thing. All right. And see how that looks.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
They're slightly off center, it looks like. Where are you? doing that. Oh, that would be why. And then, are you off center? No. I see. Everything's off by 1. That's there, that's there, that's there. That should fix it. Let's see. Let us see. Ellen Atsuki, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Okay. Let's see here. Hi. Paul, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? That's the one we're going to get rid of. Go. Right there. There's definitely a second transit. Oh, it's probably up here. Yep. Can't tell if that's helping or if that's not. Can I get rid of that to move it to here? Let's see. Doesn't really help. We just forsake that one and go back to this. Let's see. A little bit of patience. We can probably get this one to work a little bit. Also, I can't. Okay, I can get it a little bit with field of frame. Let's see. Get rid of that. So we keep that. Okay, so that we can work with.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Right.
Wound.
And we need 3 more edits. here. 1. Right. Let's see here. Move that down here. I feel like I can get away with moving this through. All right. Yeah, we put that there.
Wound.
Definitely a lot of edits to be done for this one. Let's see. I can get away with using this one here, maybe? Let's see. Right. So.
Wound.
Andy, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? One more transition. Indeed, I'm prepping for Multiverse Vistas, the Honkai Star Rail creator competition that they do every year, and hoping the stream doesn't get demonetized because I'm playing music on stream. So that's the current thing. Indeed. But yeah, people had some interest, it appeared, in maybe seeing how the edits are done. And so I was like, oh, well, since there's interest, I may as well do a couple of them and see how the streams do. And if they do well, then we'll keep doing it. If not, then we'll see how it goes. Right now we're doing a blade edit. We did a fine one yesterday at the tail end.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
We have a little bit of a slowdown if we want to keep Blade's face in the frame the entire time. How are you doing today, Thandy? Doing great. Good to hear. And this is where Premiere is going to start stuttering. Transitions feel a bit slow for the song. Interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to do it on every beat.
Every wound.
It's also not helping that Premiere Pro is struggling on the playback because there's this many edits in such a small area. Yeah, it's like really not liking once we get to that tail end there. Looks like it's doing a double transition here. Do I have a transition up here? Yeah, so let me get rid of that. There we go. How's it going, everybody, on the TikTok YouTube side? I'm not necessarily saying they're offbeat, just the zoom being a bit slow. Let's see. Can I mess with the zoom? Can I make the zoom a little faster? Maybe I can. Let's see. I don't think I can. Let's see. One of the reasons for doing this was to let chat make these along with me, so that's open to any and all recommendations. Let's see. We crop out. I guess not crop out, but crop the editing factor down a little bit. That might speed it up. Let's see. You're a video editor too? Nice. Welcome to Stream Blade as well. How are you doing today? Now it feels a bit too quick. Let's extend it out to the side a little bit. Now it feels kind of jarring. Right there. Let's see. Okay, that worked out a little bit better. Hear me out, Blade's English VA likes them from the ones I mentioned to him. Nice. I have seen Blade's VA comment on a couple of them.
Wound.
Okay. So we've got that. Egg. Thank you for the follow. Speaking of Blade's VA, he has insane range. Yeah, he definitely does. Didn't he also do... It's not Lenny. But I know he did a Genshin character as well. Is it Lenny? It might be Lenny. I think it is. Actually, is it Lenny? It might be Lenny. No, it is Lenny? I thought so. I was like, I think it's Lenny, but I could be wrong. Okay. Let me instead delete that. And we can use this as the template for transitions going forward, since this seems to be an optimal range. Are you centered or not? I can't tell. Yes, you are centered. You're going to meet him in Anime New York City. Nice, Blade. Very cool. Okay. Also, if there's anybody that chat would like to see an edit made on, I do have a playlist of songs that are going to be able to be pulled out for edits today, depending on how quickly or slowly we finish things. So I'm more than happy to put them on a list, and we can get to them later down the line. And anything and everything will be put into Multiverse Vistas. So... let's slow that down a bit so we can keep that face in frame the entire time. slow am I gonna have to make it? I'm gonna have to go like a 50%er? We might have to go lower than 50%. Okay. Okay, 50%. Yeah, if there's any characters y'all enjoy, feel free to drop them in. I'm happy to do some additional edits. Actually, that didn't work out horribly. And that actually transitions perfectly. Okay, so then we're going to crop that and then get everything back to 100% so we can keep going with the edit. There we go. Surprised we're not running out of stuff yet. Blade's trailer notoriously not that long. Considering it was a 1.1, 1.2. You had to pick characters to recommend. You'd say Evernight or Sparkle Sparksy. I do have a Sparkle Sparksy one in the works. It's got like the finishing touches being put on and everything. But it is Never Gonna Give You Up. Because Sparksy just did that rendition. And I took the original song and the Sparksy song, the version that she did for, that Lizzie Freeman did for April Fool's, and I put both of them together. So there's points where Rick Astley is singing the song. There's points when Sparksy's singing the song. There's at points both of them singing it in the same lyric at the same time. And it combines the original Rick Astley music video with the Lizzie Freeman one, which I was able to get a lot out of considering it was only about a minute long. So look forward to that one dropping. It's a good edit. It's a fun edit. I had a lot of fun making that one. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an edit that was going to be super fun to do or super difficult, but... And then I plan on doing a lot of Silverwolf, Sparksy, Ever, Yao Guang, etc. Let me see, actually. I can give y'all a little bit of a sneak preview on, in terms of the songs that have been used so far. Let's see here. Let us see here. Right now, our current list of... You're going to edit Morton Axe Blade once he comes. That was actually one of the reasons I chose Blade for this one, is that Morton Axe Blade did just get drip marketed a couple of days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. So, and plus I'm sure he'll be relevant for the upcoming story, so. But currently, if I check my unlisteds, we have... Upcoming ones, Esse que tu mimes, a very popular edit featuring a very popular edit song featuring Sunday and Robin. We have Solo featuring Castorus. We have Never Gonna Give You Up, which I have titled by Ast Rickley. For those who don't know, Ast Rickley is the singer, quote unquote, of Never Gonna Give You Up in the Honkai Star Rail universe. Malta Gem Perigosa, a funk edit featuring Anaxagoras. Multiverse Danza featuring Finan, and Multiverse Velvetal featuring featuring the Flame Chase Journey in general. So we have a lot of funk ones right now. You'll probably also edit Morton Axe Blade once we get his character trailer. Yeah, and you have the great thing of you can use Morton Axe Blade and you can add in regular Blade edits as well. So. Alright, so there's that. I imagine it'll be a while before we get his trailer, though, because we do just have the anniversary coming out. So I imagine Silverwolf will get her trailer soon. You'd probably have to transition from regular Blade to Morton Axe mid-edit. Yeah, probably. Like, this is technically, I think Blade's trailer is on like a minute and, let's see, 1 minute and 55 seconds. So technically, Blade's trailer is longer than this entire song. But I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to do it. Here. Go ahead and crop that down. Yeah. Grab that there. And I don't think that's quite on link. That's slightly over to the right. It is. So we can put it right here. Yes. Let's see if that works out or not.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Actually, that worked out well. Okay. But yeah, I think Morton Axe Blade is gonna be interesting to see what they do with Morton Axe. I am not probably gonna be pulling for him, but I look forward to seeing what people do with him once he does get released, because at this point we have an entire team full of Fire Nihility characters. In fact, I think we might have 5. So
Carved into my every wound.
I can get that down to like a 90% and keep the original one. Let's see. And nice. You will pull Morton Axe Blade, so good luck to you. Good luck indeed. I think I use one of my Fire Nihility characters, so unfortunately. He's definitely gonna have some abundance themes in that trailer. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I'm kind of surprised the way they were teasing him in the story that he's being affected by the Eon of Abundance, that he is not Abundance himself. Though, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of hilarious if the guy who wants to do nothing but die ended up getting the Abundance as his path. I want to die, but it literally will not let me. Alex Van Beek, thank you for the subscription on the YouTube. How are you doing today? Also, if I had a nickel for every black-haired male character in the new story that was locking an Eon or an Emanator or a powerful being inside their body and it was trying to get out, I'd have 2 nickels, because Ashrail's doing it as well. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Pretty sure the reason why he just can't die is because of Shuhu being inside him. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't the hugest fan of Blade, so I don't remember a ton of his arc. Also, he didn't have too much of an arc from what I remember. Besides just, I am angry at the world, and of 5 people, 3 will pay a price. So... yeah. Hold on. I do think his character is very well voiced, though. I don't remember the name of the person who did his... Let's see if I can find that real quick. Who did Blade's voice? Not Blade from Marvel Rivals. Damon Mills? Damon Mills. Yes. Damon Mills did an incredible job with the gravel in his voice at any given point. Ooh, we like to keep that natural. Actually, I don't mind keeping that one natural. That's a good transition. It's obviously androgynous because you've seen his post. Ah, gotcha. So we do that. Let's see here. Damon Mills is great. Tried to replicate his Blade voice for like 2 years, still in the works. Yeah, the best I could possibly do is to be fair, it feels like when people used to do those Solid Snake impressions, because that was also something like people did a long time ago. But there's too many things you know about him. Gotcha, bud. It's that. To be fair, Hoyo in general just hires really fun actors. The voice acting, there's not a single character in this game, I think, or in Genshin in general, Genshin, Star Rail, etc., that I think would be a better voice than the one that is currently doing it. Let's see. We could keep it in the red. I don't know, but do we have enough to make it red the entire time? We might. Let's see. We can keep it red. Nice. Right. Also, fun fact, chat, we've been at this for 42 minutes, is the current length of the stream. We are 17 seconds into the edit. So for those curious on the traditional length of time to even make a YouTube short, this is about the halfway point if you were doing an edit of this quality for a YouTube short.
Every wound.
That'd be torturous. I would never make like a minute-long edit. Yeah, I used to do... For me, I would often, and I still do on occasion, but it's slightly more difficult now. But what I would do is make a full edit, and then I would turn that into... Because they're usually like 3 to 4 minute long songs. You could do... Theoretically, you could turn that into 4 or 5 YouTube shorts if you spliced it out correctly. And so that's typically what I would do. I have a backlog of ones I could use. Unfortunately, the program that I have only uses Twitch VODs, not YouTube videos. I'm familiar with that GIF. I've seen a lot of other people use that animation for other things. All right. Let me get not quite where it's that bright, but the one right after it. There we go. For anyone curious, by the way, and is not familiar with the program, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. It is my preferred of choice. I actually used to use iSoft's Slideshow Creator, which had some interesting filters, but was not quite able to keep using it once I figured out the transitions are better on Premiere.
Every wound.
Use CapCut? Yeah, I know. I've tried using... I know they have a lot of templates on CapCut. So I've tried CapCut in the past. I'm just, at this point, I'm super familiar with Premiere, and I just can't move myself off of it. Also, we should be coming up on a break in the song. I think right here is a break in the song, so we might be able to transition from Blade to someone else. We shall see.
Wound.
I remember you also mentioned that you do some edits, Fandy. Do you use a particular program? A particular program of preference? Oh, use the same for you. Use CapCut. You're too familiar with CapCut to swap to another platform. Yeah, I feel like that's honestly the way it usually ends up, is that people get really familiar with one platform and then it becomes really hard to switch. Like, Premiere has had its issues in the past, particularly when trying to export. It spikes the GPU usage and sometimes will crash the PC. But the convenience of the timeline and just the extensions you can put on this to help with transitions and stuff, I always find it to be quite enjoyable.
Wound.
That's a little too slow. Might be able to get away with this. Yeah, we can work with that. That we can work with. Dunhung. There you go. Still waiting on that. Do we want to introduce permanent? Do we want to introduce Imbiber Lunae here, and then when we go into the how many seconds do we have here? So let's just say this is 23. So the song goes into a break where we can add some. You probably have to swap up CapCut anyway because it keeps locking everything to Pro. Yeah. We have, I'm going to say 3 seconds to put an audio clip in here like we did at the start. Okay, so we could put something in Imbiber Lunae related there. I also don't know if I want to introduce Imbiber Lunae here, but I'm testing the waters. No, let's go after him. I think that works out better. Let's keep it Blade-centric for the moment. That being said, we take that. We take this. We don't need that. We move this up so we can use it later. Put that there. Looks like the transition slightly off-coded. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Right here. Perfect. Move this up. Then we take this. See there. Also, let me make the screen slightly larger for the moment for you guys. Apologies. All right. Like there. So are we? Yeah, we're filled to frame. Then we can take that, put it there. Take that, put it there. triple beat right there is going to be hard to sync up, but I think we can do it. Right there. Also, most iconic part about Blade, clearly the laugh, right? It's got to be the laugh. That doesn't look right. Right there, then? Let's see. That's what's going on. This is too long. This needs to be... Cut to here. This needs to be moved to here. That needs to be moved to there. Needs to be moved, period. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit of... Let me do this so we can render all the files.
Of 5 people,
There we go.
3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound.
Okay, that worked. That looks a little bit better. That right there. So yeah, that transition is slightly off, isn't it? Let's move that to there. Do I have a transition going here? No. Then we take that, move it there. That. Let's see. I felt like we didn't have a transition. Let me re-extend this one a little bit. Extend that there, maybe? Then this transfers naturally over here. Just have to give it a little bit of a transition push. Not do 3 side-by-side profiles in a row because that kind of ruins it. Keep it to that. That should be fine. We're coming up on a 3-second lull, chat. We're not gonna have there's an opportunity to add a voice line. I was thinking his ultimate, I believe, if I can find the sped up version, which I believe is that Paradise Saber It for me, I want to say. I don't actually have Blade. He's the one character on the Celestial Invitation currently that I don't have. That's about to change with the new upgrade. But if anybody has an idea of a better voice line to put in, by all means. There goes the disconnect on TikTok at its usual appropriate time. There we go. Also, let me make sure. His old voice line is that Paradise may be unreachable for me, savor it in my place. I think the ×2 voice line is that Paradise, savor it for me, isn't it? I could be wrong in that regard. I could very well be wrong. Oh, you don't have me? Yeah, unfortunately, Blade is not super useful right now. Did he get a Nova Flare? I think he did, right? Did Blade get a Nova Flare? Because I think all of them got a Nova Flare at some point. He was tier 1 for a bit. Right. Yeah, I remember when Seala was tier 1. That didn't last long. Unfortunately. I don't think we can use that one because it's too zoomed out. Doesn't make sense. Trying to keep everything up close. Like the natural transition one we could do. I think it's better to just do this. Let's see. Go. Let's see. I don't have enough to... That can work. Because that would do a dive down. You also go ahead and crop these to be a little more proper. Ta-da. Yeah, the hardest part about this is getting this sync up to be right. Looking like that for the moment. Gonna go with that. Thanks for the likes on the live. Greatly appreciate it. That tells me we're reaching the end of the trailer. We will need to transfer over to a new character for the second half here. Immediately who comes to mind is Jingliu, Jingyuan, and Imbibitor. We could make this a high cloud, quartet, since there's only about 2 seconds of the fifth of the member of the high cloud quintet in the game. That one we could probably stand for a longer transition. Let's see. Props there. We can at least have the eye in full frame at any given point. Wish we had seen more of Baihong. I think that was her name, yeah. I forget, what is Blade's actual name? I know it's not Blade. I remember it's a Xianzhou name. I just can't remember his name off the top of my head. Because they only ever refer to him by Blade or Bladey or something like that. And I don't think Mortonax was anything to do with it either. Yingshu. Yes, Yingshu. I believe you're right. So then we go into, also fun fact, if we zoom out, completed edit, or at least semi-completed, uncompleted edit. Fun fact. Okay, when do we have an actual lull? Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era. So like there. Blade's old name was Jingxing. Ah. So right here, this area here is a place we can add a effectively like 20-second. That's where I think we introduced the high cloud quintet. So here we've got like 3 seconds. Because it goes from, let's see, where's this? 1 minute 30, not 1 minute 30. This goes from 23 seconds on the dot to 26.18 seconds. We have enough for 3 seconds of a voice line. 3 seconds. Let's see. I think his ultimate line is a bit too long. It could. I'm currently looking at his English voiceovers on the fandom side.
Life itself is punishment.
Ooh, this could work. If I cut out Jing Liu, the first word, this could work.
Jing Liu, witness my every move, my suffering.
Let's see. That should be just short enough that could work. If we cut out Jing Liu. If we can somehow get Jing Liu in there, then we'd start an edit on the Jing Liu side. But yeah, we can't get her in. But I think if we cut out Jing Liu's name, then it should yeah, that just fits. That's perfect. And we need to turn it down so it's hearable. We lower the pitch. For those who are wondering why I'm mentioning stuff like pitch and everything, in addition to just doing these edits, I do want to try to be a little informative for you guys as well. So this is some basic stuff, and yes, this is considered basic, for some edits in the Premiere side and stuff you can do with CapCut and stuff as well to kind of give some little pointers and tips. See if this is quiet enough to really get it to her.
Witness my every move.
Now I need to go a lot quieter than that. What do we do over here? Can I see the properties of this? Properties. I think this is about the same at this point. Let's see.
Witness my every move, my suffering.
Witness my every move, my suffering. Witness my every move, my suffering. Can we still use the Blade trailer for that? Is the question. Yeah, I think I'm basically out of footage from his trailer. I have some backups though. So what was it? There was the one. There's the Gamescom thing, but we've used most of everything that was good from that footage. Because I could go like this. I don't think we used. Oh no, we used the walking animation. You could probably find a replacement for that, maybe, if it looks like
Witness my every move, my suffering.
Yeah, his fight with Jing Liu could give some footage. I kind of want to save anything related to. I mean, obviously, we didn't use the Imbiber Lunae earlier. Ooh, hold on.
Witness my every move, my suffering.
Ooh, if I can get this, let me try 80%. If I can get this to sync up where he starts talking at the very end there, right as like that. On. You've already got it going for a transfer, so a fade to black could be good there. Let's see.
Witness my every move, my suffering.
That's not bad, Chad. That's not bad. And then we go back into editing with Blade himself, of which we have his actual... Somehow Blade did not get a Myriad Celestia, which is slightly annoying. I think Blade was one of the few who did not get a Myriad Celestia. Or an animated short, unlike Jing Yuan, and multiple times for Imbiber Lunae. So what I do have to pull off of is true. Though to be fair, Jing Yuan got an animated short, and he came out one patch after. So I think it was just bad timing, because clearly they were open to doing it. All right, Chad, I got a question. Do we like A or do we like B? I'm very familiar with the way that these tend to go. So I know enough to know there's really not a ton to work with. Let's see here. What do we think, Chad? Do we like A?
Witness my every move, my suffering.
Or do we like B?
Witness my every move, my suffering.
What are we thinking, chat? A or B? Do we like the gradient grayin, or do we like... You prefer A? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way as well, but it's nice to have options. We'll stick with that.
Witness my every move, my suffering.
So then we go back into this. And then we go back into the zooming. The sig up looks good to transition to the next part. So.
My suffering.
Let me do it so it's less rotational.
Suffering. Suffering.
To be fair, though, a Myriad Celestia trailer for Blade could go so cool. Would be so cool. Getting a little bit of the backstory in an animated form.
My suffering.
Yeah, it makes it look like the transition's rotation zoom, which isn't quite what we're hoping for here. So maybe we just go here directly. So then we go here, so then it's directly into fighting. Let's get rid of that so we can actually see. So then we go directly into the hit instead. That looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better.
My suffering.
See here. I'm curious. So now that we're getting the new Celestial Invitation characters, is everybody going to change theirs to be only limiteds? Because I believe now that we're getting Yunli, Argenti, and who's the third? Yunli, Argenti, and oh my goodness, who's the third person they're adding? I know two. Silverwolf, yeah. I feel like people aren't really going to put standard character. Oh, that's right. Yes, you did, Thandy. And I've seen the picture. I just completely blanked. I'm trying to think. Is there any point to having standard characters still, unless you're just really a standard character fan? I'd be able to work with just that. You can keep Bronya and Welt in because Argenti and Yunli are pretty niche. I would argue, really, Welt? Bronya, I kind of understand. I would have thought Himiko would have taken a higher priority to Welt. I feel like Himiko is still really useful in the follow-up teams. Particularly for pure... Oh, because of his Nova Flare, right. Doesn't quite work out the way I'm hoping. See if I can speed up that transition for the original blade for this first one. Not really. Maybe I just have to get rid of that one and go boom, boom. I just don't have enough. Like there's not enough room in that small area to do a decent transition. Wonder if... Hold on. That could work. Let's see. Okay, that works a little bit better. Nope, too far. Don't do that. All right. We're gonna be running out of stuff here soon. So how much longer do I need to keep Blade Centric? Blade Centric needs to go from another 28. So probably what, 38? 36. So another 20 seconds. Well, we can try. We can attempt it. When Robin gets out of the Golden Essence shop, it might actually be good to get her and Himiko, early game at least. Yeah. I have not used a single one of my Golden Essences since it came out because I've had no interest in the characters or I've already had them. Like, I don't have Huohuo and I don't have Luocha, but they don't really stand out to me. Because I've gotten Battle Pass and because I've never used any of the free ones, I have enough to I think E6 my Robin if I wanted to. Which is honestly been in consideration, though I doubt I'm going to do it. Just because I rarely get to use Robin anymore.
My suffering.
I think the only time I've used any of the currency was the light cone. And this is where we run out of footage, I think, for Blade in this trailer. Correct. Hey guys, remember when 4 stars were added to the game? I remember. Hi, Luca. Okay, so I'm just gonna check here. Blade had the trailer. He had the Gamescom. Hoping they stop adding new paths, to be honest, or at least add 4-star alternatives. Yeah. I mean, on the bright side, since they dropped doing 4 stars, we've been getting a lot of 5-star freebies lately. But to be fair, I feel like 1 path a year is reasonable. I don't think it's unreasonable, at least. Yeah, right about the free 5-star thing. That's a great thing that's come from not getting them. Yeah. Do this. We might be able to get a decent amount of footage out of this. Let's see. Yep. Grab that. File format not support. What do you mean? They're not. Oh, I didn't convert it yet. Right. Darn conversions. There we go. And we'll take this, put it here, and delete source file. There. But getting the primary teams for new paths really easy. Yeah, isn't like the Archer team completely free? I think I'll make Pearl the free elation limited. No. In fact, I don't even know if we're gonna get a free elation limited. I thought it was gonna be Silverwolf, to be honest, or Evanesia. Probably Silverwolf, to be honest. That's who I thought they were gonna make free. People, to be fair, there also could just say you got a free elation limited. Her name was Trailblazer, so you know. There we go. That should, yep, there we go. This is every Blade fight scene we currently have. Can I get a little? Thank you. My goodness. Well, Blade angrily fighting a bunch of people will probably be enough to get decent edits out of. And if it's this long, then yeah. This is why I was thinking Pearl is because they gave us Dawn on Permanent Sortera and Pearl is supposed to be sustained. If that's related to leaks, if we can refrain, Thandy. Just because I am trying to be a Hoyo creator and they frown on the discussion of leaks. Also, fun fact, chat. One of my favorite characters in this game. Yanqing. This kid has fought Blade, has fought Imbiber Lune and Dan Heng, and fought Yunli, who is considered quite powerful from her training, and fought Hule and Hule possessed Fei Xiao, and has lived and maybe not beaten in some cases. But he fought Blade and Imbiber Lune at the same time and lived, and managed to hold them off until Jing Yuan could get there. So, horrible gameplay. His feats are impressive. Yeah, his feats are impressive, and he is not a good character, because he is a standard character who is arguably one of the worst of the standards. And that's saying something, because there are plenty of standard characters who are still relevant. But my goodness, if he ever gets an SP, I don't know what his SP would be, though. Let me do full up. Oh, he also blocked Jing Liu's unblockable attack, and then was able to replicate it later down the line. The quest with Hule was his best chance of getting an SP, so I don't know what he could even get an SP for. Not great. We're gonna lag out. Oh, probably just need to...
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound. Witness my every move, my suffering.
Oh, joy. Premiere Pro is starting to lag out a bit with the sheer number of edits that we've gotten this thing so far. It's fine. We go to there. Here. See you next time, Thandies. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening. All right. Here's that.
My suffering. Of five people, 3 must be.
Everything is rendered.
My suffering.
Fortunately, the playback is not quite getting where we need it to be. Okay, so once we get out of this area, so unsurprisingly, it's fine. Need to get... I think it's like right here where the final transition is. There. That's from his trailer, so we already had that. Da-da-da-da. Right. Hmm. I could see the waveform more accurately to see when these splits are. Like right there, maybe? There. That. Right here, I feel like something's not right. Unfortunately, I also can't really tell what that is because the Premiere is lagging out. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. If there's anything running in the background that I can disable that might allow us to allocate some more stuff to. You don't need to be on. Yeah, Premiere's taking the majority of it. So. Suffering. Like right there, it feels like something's too long. There it is. It's right here. This feels like it's too long. It should be in half. It's going to require moving everything from that point, which thankfully there's not a ton of. Then that goes to there. That goes to there. Then we take this, move it here. This gets moved to there, and then this gets moved to here. See if that makes it look a little bit better. Make sure I have the YouTube chat pulled up as well if anybody has any suggestions. I can see it currently. How's it going, Ultra Edits? Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. That lag is preventing me from really seeing it clearly, but there. And we go here.
Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era amor.
That's a good transition point. So then we just have to finish this out. Right. All right. No. Stay there. Right. Need to go beyond this. So what? Make
Amor, no era amor, eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era amor.
Oh, the high color controller. I think that's the end of what I got. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to really maximize what's left here. Okay. Da-da-da-da. once we get to that point, we are sitting pretty nicely on what we can do. Because then I can transition over to the High Cloud Quintet, and then we can do Jing Yuan, Imbiber Lune, and Jing Yuan, Imbiber Lune, and Jing Liu for the entire rest of this edit, which gives us a ton to work with. We still have to get through Blade. And I don't have enough fighting cutscenes left of him. I need to figure out what that is. There's nothing left in the 1.2 trailer. We used everything that this has. Can't use that. Jing Liu's trailer doesn't have it either. Jing Yuan's trailer doesn't have him. The animated short doesn't have it. Maybe the Myriad Celestia trailer for the High Cloud Quintet? That have Blade in it? Fables About the Stars, History of the Xianzhou, Geppetto Rebellion, no. Exorcism, no. Seven Arbiter General? No, I doubt it would be the Seven Arbiter General. Yeah, it would not be the Seven Arbiter Generals. So this is the Five Dragons. That should just be Dan Heng, right? Yeah, that's just Dan Heng. Martial Doctrine, I think that's just the Cloud Knight's doctrine. Jing Yuan was never a Cloud Knight. That doesn't do anything. See here. Flash does not help me. There's gotta be some other things on. Is there not a High Cloud Quintet just cutscene in general? Like a Myriad Celestia or something? Hmm. Hmm. What can I use for the tail end? Hmm. Tisk, 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 tisk. Hello, TwitchBot. Allow me to give you a proper welcome. By which I mean... Pop. Get banned. Yeah, just need to include the Jing Liu fight the Jingliu parts. I don't want to touch this because that seems irritating. Include the Jingliu parts, then at the very least that gives us enough, probably, and then we can go into the full. I guess it's a good transfer one way or the other. Right. There's that. Right. I zoom out a little bit, maybe that'll help. Feel like an 80% speed. Almost 70% speed, not 780% speed. Thank you. All right. Did not use this. We'll use that. Okay. And boom. That over here. Looks like I'm barely getting anything out of that. Let's do this instead. with Jingli. It feels like I'm fighting a losing battle trying to get everything to work here. Right. Um. Right. That's where that's gonna turn in. Be something like this.
No era amor, no era amor. Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor. Pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era
That now I need that voice line. So Jingliu, or is that? I think it's Jingliu's story quest. Did Jingliu have a story quest? Is that what that is? Or is that Blade's story? That is Jingliu's story quest. Good to know. Apparently, we don't have any of the audio clips from that. Here. Here. Does Jing Liu have a good voice line? Got the High Cloud Quintet. Okay, what I'll do is we'll keep the audio for this, the voice line out, and I'll try to figure out what best to put in later. Now, so we have Jing Yuan, Jing Liu, and Imbiber Lumine. I'm going to find something to do with the High Cloud Quintet and put that in there.
No era amor, no era amor. Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor. Pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era amor.
All right, and so let's do Jing Yuan, Jing Liu, Imbiber Lumine. Jing Yuan. Right. Also, good to see that this is apparently at least semi-popular on the YouTube side. I'm noticing we have a lot of in and out viewers over the course of the stream today. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Let's do what we did last time, which is take every editable cutscene part of Jing Yuan, separate them so we can just slide them in. Sure that nothing's too repetitive. Right. No. Thankfully for him, we're going to have a lot of stuff. Because this was a very action-packed trailer when it first came out, and yeah. Right. Then we do this. Grab that. There might not be enough here to get an actual edit going, but we're going to see if... What is that? That long, huh? You'd be surprised. You would be surprised what you can do with that little time. Right? Nope. Gonna grab that. Okay. Cut that out. Right. And that should swap over to it. Oh, I'm having it over the shoulder. Is cut through all the red tape. What's that here? Would rather go from down below than up. So then it's ultimate. Honestly, with just that alone, we probably have enough. And not quite. Very close. Actually, we do have enough. But we need the rest of them as well. So, Jing Yu also has quite a few editable moments in hers, if I remember correctly. They're already unlinked. First of many, I imagine, for her. So let me make sure this is filled. Are you filled? Yes. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah. All right. That. Right. And then the title card. Transfer out there. Transfer in here. And honestly, I think we'll take this one to then so we'll take this one to here. Then I'll go do Imbibe or Lunae for a bit because we have a lot of this already, so we can always come back to this. Put this up here. And come back to you. Imbibe or Lunae. Move you over there for a second so I can do proper editing on Imbibe. Really seeing how much of that trailer it took to get to our first editable moment. Glad that I'm taking the time here. And one could argue this isn't even Faber Lunae, but I would argue it's fine. Also, let me make sure the frame is filled. High Elder of the video of a past age. Right. That. To this. There's that. To this. Then we get into the more cinematic scene. And that. The thing is that all of this is probably not even going to last me that long. If we're being that honest. Right. cut off this one here. All right. Take that there, take that there. Move all of you over here. Okay. And we move the Jingliu one over with that one to pull if we need more content. Don't need you doing it right now. So then take these and move them all over here. We can pull them as needed. Zoom in as much as we can without losing anything. That's about it. All right. All right. Trim in there. And on hung. Then back to Jingyuan. I cannot tell if that is properly centered. Let's find out. Yes, it is. Right. What's the next one I have here? Let me do that one instead, actually. That way we have face. Right. Right. That's Jingyuan, so I need the next Jingliu. That will do. After Jingliu needs to be vibrated. Nay. Then I can go back to him. Link. Let me grab all three of their transitions. I'll use them at the same time. I was pretty close to using Genuines anyway. There we go. Need to grab Jinglius from there. There. That'll work. Then Alright, now back to Jingyuan. We will definitely need more Jingliu and probably Imbiber Lune as well. No, never mind. Probably still going to need more, but we have more than I thought I'd. Okay. I did it again, didn't I? Jingliu, Imbiber Lune, then I get to use. Yep. That. There we go. We're out of it. There we go. And Jingyuan, Jingliu, Imbiber Lune. Throw it all back. Right. Throw another Jingliu in there. There's another beat in there somewhere. Right about there, I think. After Jingliu and Imbiber Lune. Jingyuan, Jingliu, Imbiber Lune. Okay. Um, Let me change out that genuine for the next one in line. That probably fits. Let's see. There we go. You render
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound. Witness my every move, my suffering. Suffering.
Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era
And it appears that the TikTok live just went blank. Let me make sure TikTok's still running. If it is, then I'm not going to worry about it until the end of the stream. If it's not running, then that's a separate problem that I'm going to have to deal with. Nope, it's still running. So I just can't see anything, which means turning off the TikTok live when the time comes is going to be slightly awkward, but we'll figure it out. Let me do this, actually. So first...
Of 5.
Yep. And I'm going to save that. Close that. And reopen it and see if that helps with the laggy issues. Nope. He's back. Turn that back down a little bit. Right there. That one, the genuine thing feels like it's not working. I don't know why. Doesn't belong. What is the reason? Why does it feel that way? Maybe it's because it's supposed to be that long. This needs to be here. That's the case, though. This becomes a lot better. What I had previously. Just extend this to like a 70% and we should be good to go. Okay, 60. That feels better, I guess. We do have a transition up here for that, so. Need something a little longer for the genuine segment. It just is too short. That could work. That'll definitely work. Doesn't look like I have to do any slow down speed ups to make that work either. Nice. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. All right, Julia, so Bye Berlin. Bye Berlin. This is the one I pulled out. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Transitions. Cut back. Okay. Right. You back. Next one of you. Next one of you all prepped and ready to go. You. That's where it feels like it's off. The lag is
Of five people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound. Witness my every move, my suffering.
I don't know. Do I even want to know what is happening when I start playing this and it starts lagging like that? Still feels like there's something wrong there. What is the thing that's wrong? All right, let's remove everything. That is not what I wanted to do. That back. Thank you. So let's remove all the transitions from that and start from scratch. Immediately, the first thing I notice is that I'm off on this sequencing. So what we're gonna do, move that forward a bit. I'm gonna take this last little frame. We're gonna extend it by just a second, so like 90%, say 50%. 40%. I just need this one scene to be here the entire time. There's no real movement. Actually, probably just hold on. Alright, so let's do this. Is that? Maybe there's something here. Ah. And now I can start re-adding the transitions in that. Hopefully it'll make everything look a little bit better. Let's try to have every frame. Correspond directly with the thing it's trying to edit. See if that helps with the loading issue. And there. It's zoom out a second here. There we go. I can see exactly what I'm working with. That. Right. That zooms into here. That zooms into here. This zooms in here. This zooms in to here. This zooms into here. And this zooms in to here. feels like there's something off here. It looks like it's a rotation, maybe? I think it's because it looks like it's rotating in, so maybe it's messing with that. So instead, pull that out of the hat. Let's see if that helps. That is not helpful at all, actually. There we go. Still feels off. What is going on that is causing that to be so off? Come on, delete. You. Okay, that's definitely static, and there's no rotation whatsoever in this picture, or in this image, so let's see if maybe this will work. Okay. UN, you. All right. So, yeah. Hmm. One, two, three. Nope. Fine. Still intruding a little too far there, Neo. Thank you. Yeah. Let me see here. That's why it feels off. I started doing mid. Which means in this area, this should only be one thing, not two. And I've been doing that for that entire area, which means that it feels more rushed. That's what's causing the problem. I'm going to get rid of everything up to that point. Action-wise, we are going to reset that. Keeping in mind our previous treatments of these areas. So, back. All right. So, you need to zoom out here. But instead of trying to do 2 edits in that same little area, I need 1. Then makes that there longer so you can actually see that transition instead of it being forced like it was kind of looking like there. See how that looks. Do think for a little transition point. But otherwise, yeah. Extend that out. Up so I can get to that extra layer because we looks like we need it. Go. That is a little too short and too... That'll work. Right? Back a little closer so I can get to him a little easier when editing. All right. Right. There that goes. Hmm. And we're back to where we were before the deletion with a little bit of extra clips to spare, which is yeah. Nope. There we go. Okay. Jingyuan, Jingliu, Fiber Lune, Jingyuan, Jingliu, and Fiber Lune. Yuan, Jingliu, and Fiber Lune. Right. I already have a Jingyuan there, then I guess. All right. This goes in there and takes up the entire area. When Move you back. Bring you in. Bring you. And better looking. Sir. You. Okay. Boom. You got the pattern recognition down. Not quite. This one definitely is that. The fact that we still have, we're at a minute and 3 out of minute 31. So we still got 27 seconds left. Will this edit take the entire stream? That is the question, chat. It is entirely possible that it will.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound. Witness my every move, my suffering.
Well, that's what happens when it starts laying out. It's spiking my CPU utilization to 100% for some reason.
Eso fue lo que dijiste tú. No era amor, no era amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era
Everything looks good up to this point. So, we keep on trucking. It's here. Still have no response from my TikTok thing. It's just a black screen. Percent. 80% was too generous. 60%. 50%. 50%. We may have to get a different clip. 50% is probably going to be too slow. Alright, actually works out okay. Surprisingly. Alright. Okay. Have anything else over there? Yes, I have one more here. Okay.
Buen amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era
One more opportunity for a voice line there as well. There.
amor, pero a mí sí me partió en dos. No era amor.
Okay. So basically, it's nonstop editing through there. We get a little bit of a break for a natural transition voice line thing here. Back to full editing for the last 15 seconds of it or so. We just used all of our Jingyuan leftover edits, and we should go ahead and get the rest of the ones from the Jingliu one. That. We can restock on what we have. Okay. There's that. There's another transfer point there. Not what I'm looking for. Thank you, though. The iconic one here. This one. This one, I might. Well, that should be just enough. Yeah. There's that. There's that. May have to crop from here on out. Not for long. We even end up using these. There's that. There's that. All right. That is everything in the Jingliu one that we can continue to use. Attach that there. That should hopefully be more than enough for what's left, especially with that cut there. Fiber Lunae. How much I've got left for you. Yeah. And this. Thankfully, also have the 1.2 trailer to pull from, or the 1.3 trailer that he came from. If we need more content. Which looks like we might with what's left. This is all that's left from the Fiber Lune trailer. Now I just need Jingyuan. For that, we have the flight. And that didn't even cut. Thanks for nothing. Right. Need as much Jingyuan content as we can. Frame as well. All of you. Yeah. Save the fight scene. Grab that. Right. Grab that. All right. Combine all that together. Get rid of that. Combine all this together. And merge that with that. And then we've got everything for Jingyuan that I have left. Which is still a decent amount. So you up as well. So The thing we have least of is Imbiber Lunae. So let me separate these a little more so I can draw from them easier. Konami, welcome to the stream. How you doing today over on the TikTok? Apologies if I'm delayed on seeing people joining. It's because my TikTok live is just a gray screen right now, but I'm still live, so I don't want to mess with anything in the effort to keep the stream going. So I'm using my other device to make sure I can still see everybody. That's Jing-Yuan, so we don't two Jing-Yuan back to back. And merge you two. Be a Jing-Yuan. Maybe a Jing-Yuan.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy! Radiant Spirit.
Do we think that that is... I feel like it's going to be long enough. Give it a shot, I guess? Do have that...
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be long enough. In any sense of the word. Very surprised. If I was counting for the blank space, sure. But not.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
I can add something at the front of that. So I need to turn this down a little bit more, obviously. so. A little bit higher.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Over in the battle scene for a reason. What about if I did Jingliu's and his? How long is her ultimate?
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
That could do it. That. Come on. It'll be close if I can get this to work. I let this off a bit. Just enough. Get this in. So, let's see.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
I don't think it's the ultimate. I think I need something to go in there that's with Jing Yuan that would kind of transfer into Radiant Spirit. Heed my word, show no mercy.
Conflict is pitiless. Hear this thunder! Time for the master stroke.
That's technically the start of his ultimate.
I command it.
That could work. I command it. Radiant Spirit, heed my word, show no mercy.
I command it.
Not you. I think that's... Nope, there it is. Problem is the tone gonna match up enough? Never mind, we'll just do time for the master stroke.
Time for the master stroke. Too long behind the lines.
If that was a normal sound, that would have... If that wasn't his downed, that could have worked.
A well-matched opponent.
That could work too, hold on.
A well-matched opponent. There's no time to lose. Follow my charge.
I do think that getting it on this is a good idea.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Right. Um.
Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
So let me grab those. To be this.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit.
Honestly, instead of time for the master stroke, I kind of like that other stuff we had. Let's see what I can fit, though. That's going to be the...
A well-matched opponent. There's no time to lose. Radiant spirit.
Let's see. Can get both of these in here. Let's not crank up the volume. Oh. Alright, there we go.
There's no time to lose. Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Alright.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. These words are carved into my every wound. Witness my every move, my suffering.
Ugh.
There's no time to lose. Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Let's see.
Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Follow my charge. Follow my
No. Yep.
follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no radiant spirit. Heed my word.
That ought to do that. And then let's edit it appropriately. Radiant spirit. Heed my call. Show no mercy.
No time to lose. Follow my charge.
No, it works. Okay.
Radiant spirit. Heed my word.
Let's do that where it actually matches up. Extend you for just a second. Get that there.
Heed my word. Show.
All right.
Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy.
Yeah. And now I need those fight scenes from Jimmy Trip. Move all of you. We may get this done before the end of the stream, chat.
There's no time to lose. Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy.
That'll work. Because that's already yellow, a yellow flash on yellow flash, so it would work better. That is an impact frame. You might need to go just beyond the impact frame, but let's see. Also, I think I probably just got rid of. Oh no, I didn't. Let's just keep going with what we were doing. Not mess it up. What we have is working, so let's not mess it up. But I do think we could still do that. Let's see. Pause. Julia was. Right. Let's zoom in. Second one. Definitely not. That just makes it worse. Out. 1, 2. And 3. Up. Right. It's why not? As much of the profile as I can for that shot. Uh, um probably finish this off. I kind of just want to get over to Jing Liu and start doing Jing Liu things, but do I think that would be a good idea? With that. I think it fits with what we're doing. I do want to give it a shot. Right. Oh, you're already in there. Yeah. Change that so that doesn't go. Hopefully that shouldn't be. Or then maybe an 80 to a 75%? Okay, maybe 70. I'll give it 70. 60? Surely not 60. 65? 65. $65 I can get. All right. Sure. Right.
No time to lose. Follow my charge. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
All right. Which Jing Liu do I have left? Got a decent amount, but I don't know if it'll be enough to get all the way to the end from this. We will have to see. One, two, bright side, I might be able to actually combine the two of these next two segments together, depending on how long this goes. Kind of. It's like, kind of. Is that everything I have left on Jingliu? It is. If we end on the fight scene, we could do that. My stream summary is ready. What do you mean my stream summary is ready, Twitch? Are you saying that like I've gone offline? Why did I go offline? Do you care to explain, Twitch, why I'm not live right now? When was the last time you considered me live? 19 minutes ago. Why? YouTube, are you still live? Yeah, YouTube's still live. So it's just TikTok wigged out, and I can still live there. And then now Twitch is wigged out and said I'm not live for the past 19 minutes.